Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Sunday afternoon chat. Actually, it's a Sunday evening chat because it's getting pretty doggone close to dark out here. My phone is pretty doggone close to dead. I'm kind of moving the tripod around here a little bit just to maybe try to improve the light a little bit, but it is a spectacular, gorgeous evening. But I caught somebody messing around in my boat building. Yes, I did. I also caught somebody fishing off my boat dock that was not supposed to be here. Had no clue who it was. I shot some video of that little intruder. We didn't shoot him, didn't have him arrested. We'll have some video coming up on that probably within the next couple of weeks. Kind of interesting, kind of crazy how that individual got here. But anyway, let's talk about a little Sunday afternoon chat. It's been an incredible, great week. We got some cold weather in here. We had 39 degrees. We had a little bit of rain this week. I actually had guests coming in all week from Shell. Jeff Miller brought one of his customers in. Joey brought a couple of his customers in from Nebraska, Indiana. And we just had a great time. Charlie and Brian, we caught a lot of fish. I think Charlie caught the biggest fish that he had ever caught in his life. And Jeff came in here, and we just had a great time. Great time fishing. We had a really hard, cold day that day. It was like, golly, it was 50 mile an hour plus winds. 50 mile an hour plus winds. There was gusts over 60 miles an hour. The wind was blowing out of the north. It was pretty chilly, pretty cold, and the fishing was really difficult. We caught quite a few fish. We caught about 25 fish during the day, 27 I think is what we caught. And then we hit a little bunch of crappie and caught about 8 crappie right before dark, so put us up to 35 for the day, which sounds like quite a bit, but it was hard fishing. A lot of them were small. A lot of them were little fish. They weren't all just great big ones. And I don't think we caught a 4-pound bass. The day before we caught, or not, a couple days before that, we caught some big ones. But we got some really pretty weather coming in here for the next couple of days. The greatest thing, though, is I got Chris back down here with me on Thursday. That's right. She came back down Thursday. She's been here since Thursday. She's going to be here with me until about the 10th of November, until I have to go back out on the road and work for a couple, 2 or 3 days. But she'll be here with me, and I'm just excited about that, tickled to death about that. And here's the other thing that happened today. She got to go to Midway Hills Baptist Church today. Now, she's been going to Keys Baptist Church every Sunday for quite a little while now. She missed an awful lot of church, was in ICU for 4 or 5 weeks, in the hospital for about 12, I think. So we are about, I think, maybe 31 weeks into this come Monday. But the great thing, here's the deal about Chris. She had that stroke the day after Easter. Now, there are people that go to church Easter and Christmas. I hope I'm not talking to anybody out there, but they go to church between Christmas. They go to church Easter and Christmas. Easter, Christmas, Easter, Christmas. She's not been back to Midway Hills since Easter, but she made it back there before Thanksgiving. So she didn't wait. She's not just an Easter, Christmas Christian. And it was so heartwarming. I shot a little video of that this morning. I don't know if it'll amount to enough to put on YouTube, but we probably will. If it does, we'll put some on there. And because it was such an emotional, heartwarming deal for me to be able to wheel her into that church and wheel her right up to the front on the second row. My seat that I normally sit in, my row that our family sits in there. I don't know. Nobody knew us coming. We didn't tell anybody we were coming. But wheeled her up there, and she sat right on the end of that row, right up there in front. We can hear the praise music. We can raise our hand and praise God. We can hear the preacher great. Everything is just absolutely perfect. Had 2 baptisms up there, a boy and his mother. I say a boy, a teenager probably. And he had hair longer than mine, which I thought was pretty cool. I liked it. But and his mother both got baptized, both accepted Jesus as their Savior within the last couple of weeks. I guess I wasn't there, but within the last couple of weeks, got baptized this morning. It's always fantastic when you have baptisms at a Baptist church. That's exactly what you should be doing every single Sunday at a Baptist church, is baptizing somebody in the name of Jesus Christ. And so that was great, but it was just so overwhelmingly emotional for me. I guess I cried probably the whole time, but to get Chris back in church, to get Chris back, and the people that have been praying so hard for her, just like y'all have been doing, saw her come back in there, and she smiled and she talked with them, and it's just so fantastic. We've still not seen a lot of results from the stem cell, with the exception that her speech does seem to be getting better. Still a long way from being good, but it's getting better, and I think that's improving all along. And God is going to use those 200 million cells to help heal her. I guarantee you, He's putting every one of them to work. He's got every one of them doing a job. And so that's just absolutely fantastic. And like I said, Chris is going to be here with me the next couple of 2 or 3 weeks. So that is just makes me feel good, makes me feel good. Like I said, we had a really great week. My buddies from Shell was in here, and my buddies from Sports Dimension, Ron and Josh and Brad. Lou Ann came, Brad's wife came, and so we've had a really, really good week at the ranch. And this next week is going to be even better because Chris is going to be here. No offense to all of my buddies that come and fish with me, but I'm telling you, having Chris here is just something extra, extra, extra special. One of our things we're going to try to do is hopefully catch Forrest up around the pens, get him back in the pens with some girls, keep him safe during the rut, keep him safe during the deer hunting season where somebody doesn't accidentally shoot him, or he doesn't get off and run off chasing does and get on somebody else's property and get shot or run over by a car or caught by a pack of coyotes or something. He gets in that pen, he should be safe unless he gets some sort of illness or disease. And if he does that, we can doctor him, because we're pretty good at doing that. Even though we're not perfect, we lose some. But we will be having our first newsletter go out, I guess, tomorrow. I guess this is the 31st. So our first newsletter will be emailed to a lot of you, thousands of you, tomorrow. It's the first one. You can critique it, tell me anything you want to see better, but it is just the start. It's the start. We'll be doing a newsletter at least once a month. If you are not signed up for our newsletter, go to jimmyhouston.com, go to our website. There's a little banner there that tells you how to give us your email. Sign up, or you give us your email, and we'll send you our Jimmy Houston Outdoors newsletter every single month. Personal stuff in there from me, all kinds of things we're going to do. We're going to be giving away a lot of stuff. I've talked to Shell about that some this week, and they're going to be giving away some stuff in the newsletter this next year, so it's going to be great. If you did not get a newsletter, it's because one of two things: we don't have your email, or maybe we have your email and we do not have it transposed over. I just have to apologize to some of you. We've got maybe a couple, 2,000 or 3,000 emails that we have not got entered into the system through the contests that we have, and we just got a lot of them. They come in, and we just have not been able to physically get them all entered into the system. If you do not get a newsletter from us tomorrow, go ahead and go to jimmyhouston.com and sign up for that newsletter, and we'll make sure that you get with the next one next month, and we may even, if we have several thousand that happens to, we may go ahead and send this November newsletter out again. I don't know. I'm just not sure. My grandson Kyle is in charge of all that. He's handling that along with Pat and my other grandson, Kyle's brother Jeremy. Those boys got full-time jobs, but they help their granddad all they can. And so they're working on that project for me, and we're doing all we can on that. We hope to make that newsletter really, really good. It'll be special. It'll be something that you don't see on any of our other social media. So if you want to be really involved and get some special discounts, some prizes, some contests, find out what's going on, find our personal schedule, where we will be, you want to be getting that Jimmy Houston newsletter, because it's going to be cool. And I think we will have more and more of our sponsors involved in it all the time, giving away stuff, running contests, doing discounts, giving you discount coupons where you can get really super deals, maybe on a Super Start battery, on maybe some Pennzoil or Shell Rotella, or maybe some real big special deal you can get from Mercury, or maybe even a discount coupon for a Ranger boat or a Tracker boat or something like that. I don't really know exactly what we'll do, but I know all of our sponsors are excited about the newsletter. We're excited about the newsletter, so I think that'll be something good. We have not yet started shipping pecans, but we're very, very, very close. I know that quite a few of you, a couple hundred at least, have ordered your pecans already. You're right at the first of the list. It's just the day we start shipping them out, we'll probably get all those orders out the very first day. So we're very, very close on that pecan deal. Again, go to jimmyhouston.com. We do not have a Jimmy Houston pecan website this year. Go to jimmyhouston.com. Then you go to the pecans on there, and it's got all the prices and tells you how to order. You can always call us on our pecan phone number. That's area code 580-618-7260. 7260. I just wanted to throw something out there that it just kind of blows my mind. I am just mystified by all the fighting over vaccination, not vaccinating, masks, no masks, social distancing, wash your hands, on and on and on. And I just about believed that the virus has become about one of the biggest political footballs. I think it's more of a political. They don't want to solve immigration. They don't want to solve racism. They got to keep these things going for political purposes. When we come back from Cozumel the other day, after we took Chris down there to get that stem cell transplant, and by the way, I'm not telling you hardly any difference at all. I got 50 million cells myself. I may have more energy, which is good. I like to have more energy, but I haven't noticed my wrist, my fingers, which has got probably, I don't know, some whatever you call it in there, arthritis, I guess, maybe from all the fishing and handling rods and reels and everything. It still hurts a little bit. I still get a little pain in my shoulder occasionally at night. Put a little bit of that CBD oil on there and that pain goes away. So it really hasn't affected my body at all. Although I do think that it just seemed like I got more energy. It seemed like I'm more fired up all the time. So, but anyway, you can call us on that pecan phone number to order your pecans. I think probably Kyle will be the one that'll be answering that. That was Chris's baby. Chris did all that. And she's not doing it, not going to be able to do it yet. Might not be too much longer, but Kyle will handle that for her. So we'll be shipping those pecans out really, really quick. Those of you that have a business and have a lot of customers, I don't care if you've got 10 customers or if you've got 1,000. We can send them pecans. We can do that. And we've got some of our friends and customers that send them to all of their clients and send them to all their clients. And we can do that. So they're a perfect gift because they're unique. They're Jimmy Houston Twin Eagle Ranch pecans, and they're just absolutely fantastic, best pecans you've ever got. And we can send them directly to your customer, your client, or your employees. They're a great gift for employees, a great Thanksgiving gift, a great Christmas gift for employees, because everybody loves pecans, and they're good for you. They're good for you. They say they're a brain food, which means I need to eat a lot more pecans. That's what it means. I'll put a little more in my cereal, more on my ice cream. I love pecans, and you put them on top of a pie. Oh my gosh, that's just absolutely fantastic. But I mentioned the thing about the deal on these masks. You know, when we came back from Mexico the other day, they have a law coming into the United States. Now, you can cross the border, you can come in illegally, do anything, nothing matters. But if you come back on an airplane to the United States of America, you have to have a COVID negative test within 48 hours of when you fly. So we all did, and we tested negative for COVID. Every single person on that airplane from Cozumel to Charlotte, North Carolina, every single person had a negative COVID test within 48 hours. Everybody flying the plane, every flight attendant, all the pilots, everybody had a negative COVID. And yet we still, I get this, we still had to wear a mask the whole time. You know, I'd take my mask down, take a little sip of my Diet Coke, take a little sip of my diet. And one time I forgot to put it back up after I sipped. And, you put your mask on, please, sir? Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And I'm thinking, absolutely no way anybody on that airplane could give COVID to anybody else. But all of this deals is just becoming another political football. Wouldn't it be great if our politicians just tried to solve the problems in the country? How about solving a problem of having to pay $3 or $4 for a gallon of gas? How about solving the problem of our empty shelves? How about solving the problem of the fact that we may not even have enough Christmas trees for people to put in their house? Things that we never thought would happen in America are happening right now. And what are they worried about? Whether you got a mask on a plane full of people that's just tested negative in the last 48 hours for COVID. It's crazy. But anyway, hey, we know God's running everything. God's in control. Let's not worry about that. What I want you to think about this week, our preacher this morning, Chopper, did a bang-up, fired-up job, and he was talking about God's promises. Do you know that God makes promise after promise after promise after promise in the Bible to you and to me? And those promises he keeps, every single solitary one of them. He listens to our prayers. He answers our prayers. He may not answer our prayers the way we want them, but he answers them. And I can't remember all of the things that he talked about this morning, but he talked about, God told us to fear not, because I am with you always. That's a promise of God, and he's with you. He's with me right now, standing out here on this deck on this beautiful Sunday evening right before dark. He promised to always be with us. He promised to never leave us or forsake us. So no matter how far we get away from him, no matter how much we do wrong, God's still right there. He promised to never leave us or forsake us. He promised to heal us, and he's healing Chris right now. He promised to prosper us. One place in the Bible that said that God made, I believe it was King Hezekiah. I can't remember the king. God made him prosper. In other words, he couldn't help it. He could not help but prosper. He could do everything wrong, make all the bad decisions, do everything wrong, and God made him prosper, So God promised, he promised, and 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 he promised. Every single promise that God promised us, you and me in the Bible, is going to come true. So go out there and bless God in everything you do. Everything you do, thank God for, bless him. Go out there and have a great week. And remember, the week doesn't make you. You make the week. When this week starts, whether you count it starting today or tomorrow, when Monday everybody goes to work, don't let that week make you. Don't let bad circumstances make you. Don't let bad things that go on, don't let bad people make you. You make that week, and you make it a great one. You make it a prosperous one. You make it a healthy one, and you make it a fun one. God also promised us peace. But you know what? Lots of folks out there are going to try to steal your peace. They're going to try to steal your joy. They're going to try to steal mine. I ain't going to let them. I'm not going to let the bees get us down. Just not going to let that happen. I'm going to be happy every day. I need for you to be happy after that. Have a great week, because this is a Greek that the Lord has given you and me. And he gave it to us to enjoy, to have joy, to have peace, to prosper, to live in his favor, and to say good things about other people. Guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one this week. And remember, I sure do love you.